Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bailey Canning. I am the owner and founder of a little marketing company called Inbound Web Development. We're based here in Boulder, Colorado, but we work with clients all throughout North America and Europe. And on today's video, I want to talk about the pre-sales phase. This is the phase of a website project before you even do any of the work. This is the phase where you find the right agency or freelancer for your project. So like I talked about earlier, I am making a series of videos on each step of the web design process. And on this phase, I wanted to focus in on how you can find a professional and competent partner that has the expertise needed to do your project right, but also is going to be a good cultural and personal fit for you and your company, because like I've talked about earlier on this channel, this is a very intricate process that's going to last a couple weeks or at the low end, a few months. And really, you want to make sure that the people you work with are going to be enjoyable to work with. And by the end of this video, by watching, you should have a framework for vetting people that will ensure that you can actually hire people that are competent and also going to be fun to work with. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to watch the whole video. Before you do, would appreciate if you could like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, comment if you even feel like it, because that is just going to make this video be found by a lot more people similar to you. All right, so every agency, every freelancer has their own process, but for the most part, in my time in the industry, it generally seems to follow this general structure, which I'm going to talk about. And for the most part, this is also how my process aligns. So the first step is going to be an intro call. And really the purpose of this intro call is just a very quick, casual 15 to 20 minute chat for both parties to make sure that they are a good fit for one another and that both are going to be able to produce the services and results at the end of the day that both are after. What this generally looks like in practice is if a prospective client comes to me and they are interested in creating a new website or redesigning their current website for their business, then we'll set up a quick intro call. Like I said, 15, 20 minutes, very friendly, nothing serious. You know, it's like a first date. Like, you're not really trying to get married on this first date. Maybe you are, but really it's just to make sure that you're going to be a good fit. And then if things sound good, then you can move forward and continue to feel out each other, very similar to dating. In this intro call, primarily I try to focus on my prospective clients' problems and really dig deep into what they are trying to accomplish from a business and marketing standpoint. What this looks like is I generally try to discuss what types of issues you're currently facing in your business, what problems they would like to solve with a new website, and what marketing challenges they've been struggling with to date, because I want to see how a new website can potentially help them. Maybe they don't need a new website at that point, then I'm more than happy to use my marketing expertise and advise them on what they should instead focus on. Or maybe we're just not a good fit and they need someone else who's either at a lower budget level or has some sort of different expertise. Whatever the case, if they're not a good fit, I will always do my best to refer them to someone in my personal network, because I come from a school of thought where I believe that the best way to sell is to just simply help people. And if I can help people by referring them to someone else in my network, I'm more than happy to do so, because it makes me feel good, number one. But two, I do want to help anyone who has, taken the time to contact me potentially. And then three, I just want to help out people in my personal network, because I do believe that, you just put out good karma out there, and certainly things tend to benefit you in the long run. So that's what the intro call is like. Next step, if the intro call goes well and they are a client who it seems like they would want to work with me and I would want to work with them, then I send them a quick website questionnaire form. Very simple form, takes them about 20 minutes to fill out. The purpose of this form is to ensure that we have all the project details discussed and documented. This way, we don't forget to cover any sort of technical aspect that may be required in the website. And this does not result in project delays or increased costs, which is not going to be good for anyone. Then once the website questionnaire has been reviewed by me and it looks good, then we're ready to set up usually the final meeting in this process. One last thing to mention here is at this point, the price point that I am going to have to bill this project at has been discussed already. Generally, a ballpark is fine early going, but whoever you are talking to about a potential project should give you a ballpark price range up front, ideally in that first meeting. So this way you understand what you're potentially getting in and whether or not they're going to be able to deliver what you need within your budget. Because if they don't or they can't, then you're going to want to find someone else, obviously. But two, even for their own point of view, they should want to put this out there right away, because it doesn't make sense for them to continue to talk to you if you're not going to be able to afford their services. So I'm a big proponent. I know it can be awkward and uncomfortable to talk about money in our society, but really I think it just needs to get out there as soon as possible, because this way everyone's on the same page right from the start and we're not going to be wasting anybody's time, and I don't think anybody wants that. All right, so assuming everything looks good on that website questionnaire form, the next step is going to be for me to set up a meeting with my prospective clients and all project stakeholders, anyone who's going to be involved in the project, to discuss and align on, before we send over any sort of proposal or contract, what exactly the scope of work is going to be, what the total amount of deliverables are going to be, what the timeline is for this project, what the ballpark budget is for this project. And it's really just a good opportunity for everyone who's going to be involved in the project to get to know each other, make sure it's going to be a good working relationship. And it's also just a good last chance for everyone to just get together and ask any questions they have, because I can tell you, oftentimes I have many questions for my clients and they have often many questions for me. And I always try to do my best job to answer those as helpfully, honestly, and as helpful as possible. Really, that is what this meeting is for. After this, we will then send over a proposal that will talk about the struggles their business has been facing and how a website is going to be able to help them achieve and overcome those struggles, so that at the end of the day, they're driving consistent traffic and they're generating leads like clockwork. So that is what the proposal looks like. Then we'll also send over a contract. So once the proposal has been signed, we use a digital signing software, so it's super easy for our clients. That's kind of like the green light go ahead. But then from a legal perspective, and don't quote me on any of this legal stuff because I'm obviously not a lawyer, but then I send over a contract, which serves as a master statement of work, where essentially it just details all the deliverables and communication priorities and a bunch of other legal mumbo jumbo that is pretty standard issue for these types of projects. But yeah, it just needs to be taken care of. Once this project then has been signed and everyone is on the go ahead, then I get the project booked to my calendar. I send out the first invoice, and then once that first invoice is paid, then we can get started. So yeah, that's the sales phase for a website. So hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully if you are now looking to vet freelancers or agencies for a potential project you have in mind, now you have a much better idea of what exactly you can expect. Personally for me, I'm from the school of thought, like I mentioned earlier in this video, that selling is really all about helping. So I'm always about, producing helpful content like this, or just educating my clients during that sales phase what exactly the process is going to look like and what is going to be expected of all parties involved. But really, at the end of the day, it doesn't need to be scary. It doesn't need to feel super high pressure. If it does, you're probably talking to the wrong people. At least for me personally, and that's all I can speak for. It's about making sure I'm going to be actually able, number one, to be able to help my clients, and number two, that they're going to be a good fit for me, and that I'm going to also be a good fit for them. Because ideally, at the end of this, the website is really just the foundation of your entire digital marketing strategy. So it's the first thing we need to do. But over the long run, to consistently generate new business, it's really going to be all about the marketing that's going to be driving traffic to the website, and then ultimately it'll be on the website to generate leads. Essentially, what I'm getting at is that if this is going to be a long-term relationship, we want to make sure we are a good fit for each other, because my company also offers marketing services, as do many other agencies or freelancers who may only start to help you out with your website. Ideally, you want the people who are going to be creating your website handling your marketing, because they already know your business and they know you, and they've taken months to design and develop, hopefully, a high-performing website. And by having them also handle your marketing, they're going to be the best suited ultimately to be able to develop an effective marketing strategy for your business. So yeah, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you are in the market for hiring a freelancer or agency, definitely get in touch with me. You can go to my website, inboundwebdevelopment.com, browse the website, check out some of the content. Once you are maybe ready to set up a consultation, you can set up a consultation. There should be a book a meeting button at the top right. Also in the description here, you'll find that meeting link, so you can just book a time with me to talk about your potential project. But whether it's with me, whether it's with a different company, I hope you have the knowledge and the expertise to know what to expect now, and that you can confidently hire someone who's going to be helpful for you in the long run on your project. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it helpful. If you enjoyed this video and want to find more videos just like it, make sure to subscribe to my channel here, and also like, comment, so this way you don't miss any episodes coming out. Yeah, hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you found it fun. If you have any good feedback for me, definitely feel free to leave a comment, because I'm always trying to improve. And until the next video, see you later.